Welcome back, everyone, to the GGBL Championship Series. Here we go. Games 1 through 4. If there's a sweep, well, we can stop the series right there, right? Let's get into game number 1. So many storylines here at play. Seattle, Richmond. Both these two teams have played each other quite a bit in the postseason, and Richmond has had Seattle's number in the past. However, they teamed up in the offseason, making a big trade, a blockbuster trade. SHEVCHUK, former number 2 guy at Richmond, he goes to Seattle. Kenneth Alexander Jr. comes over from Seattle to Richmond, trying to win a Gold Series. He has not been able to do it here for Seattle. They have been falling short to Richmond in the postseason. So if you can't beat them, join them. However, SHEVCHUK wins this battle, and he gives him a little stare down at the very end of it there, striking out KAJ. So let's see what James Monroe's got today. 3-1 pitch, 101 mile an hour fastball. Kobayashi hits it right down the line. KJ made a nice play, but couldn't quite grab it. Nice little circle change there. How do you go from 101 to 83? That's really, really tough. Little pitch out here. Monroe and Chris Addison team up to go get Kobayashi. They knew exactly what they had to do right there to go get a speedy runner in Kobayashi. But that's going to be the end of the first inning as Holberman makes a nice little play out there in foul ground. Nice play here defensively by Damian Campbell to end the second inning. Connor Altman does ground out. Seattle and SHEVCHUK shuts them down. Let's go bottom 2. 2-2 pitch here to Josho Tora. A 91 mile an hour slider with that much movement. That's ridiculous. 1-2 pitch here. Going to get another batter here. That's Brent Miller. He's going to swing through that slider as well. 3 strikeouts for James Monroe. 2-2 pitch here to Elvis Doe. And another strikeout. So Monroe strikes out the side. 3-2 pitch here to LeVar Rowe. This is a guy that's a rookie. He's never played in the GGBL. He's getting his first ever start in the GGBL here tonight. Deep drive out there to left field. And oh, Julian Cavedo. Nice grab on the wall. Beautiful play on the screwball as well. So, hey, stick to the slider, stick to the change and the fastball there, James. We don't need any extra base hits like that. But he does toss up the slider again. He's going to get Damian Campbell, number 5 in the K department. Ricky Holberman can't get it done. NL MVP striking out to SHEVCHUK. KJ swung on and missed. A 98 mile an hour fastball. 6 strikeouts for now for SHEVCHUK. 1-2 pitch here to Ryan Berger. He's going to fly out to center field. And the top of the 4th inning will go scoreless. We're still tied 0-0. 1-2 pitch here to Seiko. He's going to swing and miss. Again, these two pitchers are so tough. Even when the ball is off the zone, off the strike zone, it's still so hard because you got to play. It just expands the zones. You've got the slider that's got movement. You got the changeup that's got movement. Everything's got so much movement. Whenever you see the fastball, that makes it even tougher to react and say no or yes, I want to swing. Looks like Richmond might be figuring out SHEVCHUK right here. The good boys with a double by Julian Cavedo. Another strikeout there for SHEVCHUK. Number 7. He's going to get Altman with a fastball. Now, LeVar Rowe, we talked about him. He's getting his first GGBL start ever in his entire career, and he takes SHEVCHUK deep. A 2-run homer. First home run, first hit off of Alexei SHEVCHUK. Unbelievable. Richmond takes the lead 2-0. I just had a hunch, guys. I was like, you know, LeVar Rowe, he had a really good minor league season last year. We've also got Samuel Wilson, who's a catcher. Rowe is also a catcher. He's DHing tonight. So it took Brady Dunn out of the lineup. I'm like, I kind of like LeVar Rowe tonight. And it looks like it's working out. It was the right call. Little ground ball here to Holberman off the bat of Seiko Ichiman, and the 6th inning is over, guys. Still 2-0. Good boys on 3 hits. Seattle, only 1 knock. Top of the 7th, Connor Altman against Zeke Zachary. Solo shot, making it 3-0. So Richmond's runs coming via the home run. Make it another strikeout for James Monroe. He's got 10. Great performance here today. Ground ball, KJ, nice play off the bat of Joshua Tora. Trying to pull it down the line, but KJ says not again. Happened against Goro Kobayashi in the 1st inning. Not again, no. So Monroe gives up a walk, and that's to Brent Miller. Manager comes out and says, that is it. Your day is done, James. Nice outing today. 10 strikeouts for James Monroe. So now we're going to call them pen. Max Pryor, only one game this postseason, and he has not allowed a run. 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, and that one was absolutely painted. Elvis Doe has got to go back and go sit down. Bases juiced, by the way. In the top of the 8th, Joe Shotora. I don't know about this one. Maybe you should have just left it go foul. Just let it go foul. Left it alone. Full count, foul ball. Kingston Montes on third base with 1 down. Tags up. He scores. It's now 4-0. And Danny Marmot will now come into the game in the top of the 8th. And Chris Addison says, let's make that the dagger. Gets all into that one. It is now 7-0 Richmond. What a day. What a night. KJ in the top of the 9th. That's probably the dagger, isn't it? Ground rule double, making it 8-0. And that'll be your score. That's your final 8-0 victory for Richmond. They held no punches in this one. They said, we don't care about your little story, Seattle, winning over 100 games. You've got our pitcher, one of our best guys. We don't care. We're going to come out here and we're going to destroy you. We're going to let you know who daddy is. That's exactly what happened. 10 strikeouts for Monroe, 6 2/3. He almost went 7 if he didn't give up that walk. He could have had another out there, but Shevchuk pitched great too. It was really the bullpen that kind of screwed him up tonight. Shevchuk had the one mistake with the LeVar Rowe home run. I guess he just didn't have enough scouting on LeVar Rowe. That was kind of my thought process too. It's like they don't really know enough, quite a bit about LeVar Rowe. He'll be able to do something here. He's got enough power to do it. Now let's get into the next matchup, guys. On the other side of the bracket, we've got the ALCS. 2 AL West opponents. Oklahoma City Cyclones and the Phoenix Firebirds. Who will win this matchup and take on the Good Boys or the Emeralds in the Gold Series? Well, so far, even despite the great pitching matchup that we got, Sean Nakamura and Connor Slater, we've got Braden Leroy opening up the scoring. A solo home run. It is now 1-0, and he got way underneath that one, but he's got enough juice in those legs, man. He's a powerful hitter. Striking out the next 3 batters is Sean Nakamura, so he did not take too kindly to that solo home run. Connor Slater strikes out Angelo Ruth here in the bottom of the 2nd. Diego Jimenez takes a changeup right there. Very hittable pitch, but he let that one go by. And Michael Ruth swung through a changeup as well, so Connor Slater gets another few strikeouts. Nakamura, another strikeout here in the top of the 3rd. 2-2 pitch. Jordan strike it out on a split-finger fastball. Hitting 88. That's really tough. 6 strikeouts for Nakamura. Brady Yerker's like, at this point, I just got to bunt. I'm not even going to let this guy strike me out. Can't do it. Let's just get a little offense moving. Chuck Storm says the same thing, except he is not bunting. He is swinging for the fences. He's going to drive it all the way to the wall. That's a leadoff double there for Phoenix. That's going to get them back in business here. 2-2 to Colton Cannon. Line drive right at Hamburger. That's got to be a little bit frustrating for Colton Cannon and the Phoenix Firebirds. Just trying to get some offense moving here, guys. 3-2 pitch, and he's going to get Leroy. That is Nakamura yet again. A couple more strikeouts for him on his ledger for the night. 2-2 pitch here to Kevin Stoitz. Very big hitter to go get. He's always a guy that comes through with a home run in gameplay. It seems like every time we watch him, he's got at least one home run. So it's a big hitter to go get to keep this game 1-0. So he strikes out Ruth. That's number 8. And Diego Jimenez flies out. And look at out of nowhere, Brandon Catfish. He's in left field, basically, making that catch. Hamburger strikes out. Nakamura gets another strikeout. That's 8 for Sean Nakamura. 1-2 pitch to Henry Cozart. He's going to get his 9th strikeout of the game. Crazy pitching performance for both Slater and Nakamura, but they will give way to the bullpen. We've got Melendez and we got Caballero coming on to relieve their starters. So we're going to jump here to the top of the 6th. Brady Yerker strikes out from a 2-seamer from Melendez. Got a runner on second base, so a very crucial spot here for Phoenix, and that one's down the line. Brandon Catfish comes through with an RBI double. 2-0 Oklahoma City. Phoenix got to find a way to shut this little mini push here down, and they do. So Dennison gets the ground ball, fires it back over to first. He can't get it done on offense, though. He strikes out. Caballero got 1 strikeout, got 2 strikeouts. Going to get Colton Cannon, and he will get Kevin Stoits, another strikeout. 3 strikeouts in the 6th inning for Caballero. He shuts him down. Let's go bottom 7th. Hannibal Lobo, base hit to the wall. He's going to try to stretch this thing. Karev's got a good arm. He's not. Probably a very, very smart move out there. Very short porch. That's kind of the benefit of a short stadium here in the GGBL. Yes, you can hit a lot of home runs, but the downside is you hit line drives into the gap, you're probably going to cut yourself off from an extra bag. So Caballero's day is done after that base hit. Jimenez strikes out from Jamie Gonzalez. 2-2 pitch here. Michael Ruth is going to take that one looking. Another two-seam fastball. Firebirds have been really struggling with this OKC pitching staff here in game number 1. So now it's up to Brian David, the closer. 1-2 pitch, and Kevin Stoits. All the frustration here earlier in the game. Got a couple strikeouts to his day, but this one left no doubt. 4th home run of the postseason. Stoits gives Phoenix a chance here in their final inning, the bottom of the 9th. Got all of it, too. Pulled it. Nice swing. Hannibal Lobo striking out. Another two-seam fastball. So anything with movement seems to really give Phoenix some problems here tonight. So we got 1 out. Ruth flies out to center field. Catfish has got that one. Phoenix is down to the last out. Full count pitch here to Jimenez. Deep drive to center, but that's going nowhere other than Catfish's glove. And that's the game. Game number 1 goes to the Cyclones. Phoenix, you got some games to play with here, right? 7-game series. You drop 1, it's not the end of the world, but statistically speaking, game 1 winners definitely have the advantage. 9 strikeouts for Nakamura today in 5 1/3, so he does get saddled with a tough luck loss. Had a great performance right there. But Oklahoma City, they had the extra base hits. They had Catfish with the double, with the RBI double actually, and then Braden Leroy with that opening home run. For Phoenix, that's kind of the name of the game, man. They got to find a way to capitalize with runners in scoring position. Got to do it. And you know what? They got to actually get on base. They got to actually get on base, which they didn't do enough of in this game. So, as you guys know, we do simulate game number 2s, and Seattle gets a win here, 3-1. Jimmy Roberson had a great game. Not a lot of strikeouts, but he got it done for Seattle's pitching staff. We'll simulate this game number 2 here for Phoenix and OKC, and Phoenix gets a win here, 4-3. Take a look at the top of the 9th, though. OKC scored 2 runs. It was 4-1. Seemed like all hope was lost, but they scored 2 runs in the top of the 9th to make this a close game. It could have gotten away from Phoenix there by the looks of it. So game number 3 is tied, and as you guys know, again, we got to break the tie through simulation, and even if it's 2-2 or 1-1, we got to break the tie somehow. Pitching matchup, Hemingway against Piazza. Hemingway was pretty good. 5 innings, couple strikeouts, couple earned runs, but overall he pitched pretty good, I thought. Piazza pitched 8 innings with 4 strikeouts and 1 earned, so he was actually a lot better than Hemingway's outing there. So, with a 1-1 game here, 1-1 series, I should say, we got OKC winning in simulation to break the tie again. And I just want to let you guys know again, 1-1 series, 2-2 series, those are all simulated. Of course, game 2s will always be simmed. But if we do get to 3-3, that's a tiebreaker, right? We got to break that tie through gameplay because it's an elimination game. We want to see the celebration, want to see the drama happening there in gameplay. So now we got a 2-1 series for Richmond. They got the lead, and we've got 2 guys that look kind of the same. Steve Morgan and Rich Norman. 2 CPU guys. These are not custom pitchers, but we do have a 2-1 series. We got to show the game, and it's been close in sim. Game number 1 in gameplay was not very close. 8-0 for Richmond. So we'll see what happens here at home in Richmond, Virginia for the good boys. Maybe in the rain, we'll be able to find a way to get another big victory here. But hey, we've already got a runner on base. Rich Norman got to find a way to shut this thing down. Joshua Tora, that's a single, a hard hit single. Brett Miller comes up, base hit, up the middle. 1-0 Seattle in the top of the first. Not the best way to get started here if you're Richmond, but we know that we've got a good offense, and we know we got a good pitching staff, so maybe Rich Norman figures it out, but he walks the next batter. Jack Mitchell takes this pitch outside for strike 3, and that is a way to shut it down. They could have gotten really out of hand right there. 13 strikeouts. You're reading that right. 6 1/3 for Steve Morgan. 13 strikeouts against San Diego. We saw that game in gameplay. He was nutsos. 13 Ks, man. So hopefully Richmond can try to figure him out, get him off that hot streak, but no such luck there in the first inning. Let's go top 2. So still runners on base for Rich Norman, man. He's just playing with fire. Clayton Hall, he does strike out, and he's given a sigh of relief that he was able to get out of that. Let's go bottom third. 1-2 pitch. Kingston Monister does a great job on the two-seam fastball to take it the other way. 1-2 pitch here to Gonzalez, and I have no idea what he's swinging at. He's got him in his head, man. Steve Morgan gets another strikeout, and that might have been a big opportunity. You don't know, right? In baseball, you got to take the opportunities as they present themselves to you. You got a big spot right there. You got to come through. 6 strikeouts now for Rich Norman, but he does give up a walk here to Damian Campbell with 1 down in the top of the 4th. 2-2 pitch here to Rafael Irizarry. He's got a strikeout, and then the throw down. Chris Addison guns out Damian Campbell. They've been trying so hard to run on Chris Addison, dating back to game number 1, and they just have not been able to convert. They have not been successful trying to steal off him. So I would kind of be on the lookout for that as the series progresses, just to see if they keep going or do they give up on it. Are they going to stay aggressive on it or not? So Hoberman grounds out. KJ, base hit up the middle, steals a bag. That's going to give Ryan Berger a shot here now as we've got a runner in scoring position. So 2-2 pitch, and Berger strikes out. Tough pitch to hit. Split finger. That is number 5 for Steve Morgan in the strikeout department. Chris Addison comes up, and that is a deep drive to left field, but it's curving. It could go foul. No, it's going to land just outside the line. Whew. Chris Addison delivers a big-time hit, a big-time double. It's going to tie the ball game up. Morgan does get Julian Cavedo to swing on through that one. That was a good pitch to hit. We're going to jump all the way, guys, to the bottom of the 7th inning, and still a 1-1 ball game. Chris Addison comes up again. Another big hit to left field. He's really got the pull side working for him. He's got that 3-run home run that he had in game 1. He's got an RBI double here tonight, and now a leadoff double. But Zeke Zachary does blow by the slider right by Julian Cavedo. And look at this, 3-inch break, and Cavedo was just a little bit out front. 1-1 pitch here to Altman. Stolen bag attempt. Wow, Chris Addison, he knows what's up. We got 1 out. Altman can lift a fly ball. We can get the lead, but he offers that a changeup. Outside. Another strikeout for Zeke Zachary. That's number 6. And Brady Dunn, it's up to you, man. With the lefty-lefty matchup, got him to swing through. A nice slider by Zachary. 7 strikeouts for him. And now we're going to jump to the top of the 9th. 3-2 to Seiko Ichiman. Deep drive out to the waterfalls. It's gone. Seiko Ichiman comes up clutch for Seattle. And Jose Navarre, I could have shown that he had some success in the innings before in relief, but I had to show that. We got to get straight to the point, guys. Got to get straight to the point. 2 outs, clutch spot. Navarre can't get it done. Seiko does. It's a home run. 2-1 Seattle. KJ lines out Damian Campbell. 3-2 pitch, and Ryan Berger draws a tough walk. So now Richmond has the tying run. At first, the winning run comes up to the plate. Chris Addison, a base hit. He represents the winning run. So now it's up to Julian Cavedo. 3-2 pitch, and it pops it up into center field. Kobayashi's got that one. So now it's going to come down to the number 8 hole hitter with 2 outs. Can we get it done? Connor Altman, full count pitch, and he swung through the 4-seamer way early on the 4-seam fastball. Seattle gets the win. They will tie the series back up 2-2. And you know what that means. Now we have to go into simulation to simulate game number 5 to break the tie. So it could go 3-2 Seattle. And then that presents us an opportunity to go into a live stream with Seattle up 3-2 or Richmond up 3-2. One team's going to be facing elimination after this simulation to break the tie. That's just how we have to run it, guys. Some people might argue that we should get into gameplay. You know, I can see your point, but we've simulated most of the season anyway. We always do. We don't play more than we sim. That's just kind of the way that the series goes, that the league goes, and Richmond gets a win here. So yes, in this tie-breaking game, I wanted the best pitchers to play against each other. Both guys were healthy, Monroe and Shevchuk. We saw this matchup in game 1. Let's see how they fared in sim. Monroe gets a win. Richmond wins 5-0. We got to Shevchuk in that one. So let's head out here to a 2-1 series lead for the Cyclones over the Firebirds. If OKC wins, they are one step closer to reaching the Gold Series for the first time since 2012, where they end up losing to the San Francisco Grizzlies. So it'd be a big moment here for the Cyclones if they can win this game, make it 3-1, one game away. So we got two youngsters on the mound here. Carson Silva, who's been really good this postseason, and then Spencer Clark, who Phoenix honestly starting to run out of options in their pitching staff. They've used Rico Ramos Jr., they've used Nakamura. They got some other options like Wellburn. He's in there too, but Spencer Clark's been not too bad either. Does give up a leadoff double to Berger. However, Berger tries to get a little aggressive there with nobody down, and Chuck Storm says, denied. See you later. Third base, you're out. Dennison, easy ground ball. What are we doing? Marty, come on, man. Pulls Stoitz off the bag with his errant throw. 2-1 pitch here. Oh, they're going to pick off Brandon Catfish. This has been the weirdest inning. Both of these outs have come on the base paths. They haven't come through a fly ball, a ground ball, strikeout, nothing like that. Just base path errors. Stealing third, trying to get an early lead off of first base, a bigger lead. It's been nuts, dude. It's been crazy. And then Karev comes up. He draws a walk. Leroy delivers the double, an RBI double, to open up the scoring. 1-2 pitch here to Dixon, and finally, Phoenix gets a more traditional out here in the first inning. So let's jump now to the top of the second. We've got Carson Silva with his third strikeout. He strikes out Angelo Ruth, and then he's also going to get Diego Jimenez there for number 4. So again, Carson Silva, he's got the strikeout pitch working for him. Here's a ground ball. Dennison, no! He throws it away again. He made a great play just to make the dive. He had an easy out. He could have gone to first, but he tries to go for second, and the run's going to score. Unbelievable, man. Look at this. Like, the run's scoring either way. If he doesn't make the play, it goes in the outfield. Guy's on third base. He scores anyway. But to try to throw across your body and go to second there, like, you got to go to first. I don't know. Dennison's really cost him over. He's cost him 2 runs, to be honest. Top of the third, 6th strikeout there for Silva. Make it 7. He's going to get Dennison to K. So again, Dennison cannot get it done offensively and defensively. He's having himself a tough ball game here. Simeon Karev, deep drive out to right field at the wall. Angelo Ruth takes this one away. Phoenix has just been having a very weird game, man, when it comes to defense. Very strange game. You got 2 errors by the second baseman. You got their outs in the first inning coming on the base paths. Then you got Angelo Ruth here leaping over the wall, above the wall, to go get it. Spencer Clark is obviously appreciative of that. They get a strikeout here on Leroy. It's just been a weird game for Phoenix. But that's number 3 for Spencer Clark. 1-1 here to Kevin Dixon. That's a line drive. And finally we have the defense showing up, it seems like. Michael Ruth gets it done. Colton Cannon strikes out. 97. Just blowing it right by, guys. 8 strikeouts there for Silva. Make it 9. He's going to get Stoitz to swing on through the fastball. 9 strikeouts, man. It's crazy. Lobo, though, strikes out as well. So 3 Ks, 3 strikeouts there in the 4th. 10 Ks for Silva until Jimenez delivers the big shot right there, ending the strikeout streak. Sova finally gives up a run. They finally answered. It is now 2-1, and that home run, that's going to do it. So Sova's night is over. Continues to just be a menace against opposing hitters. And now it's up to Mark LaPierre against Michael Ruth. He tried to throw him a forkball, 79 miles an hour, and Ruth said, let me put 20 extra on there. Exit velo, upwards of 98. We got a brand new ball game, 2-2, as Phoenix is trying to get this series 2-2. Marty Dennison comes up, 3-1 pitch, and that is another forkball that misses. Dennison draws a walk. So big spot here for Colton Cannon. He delivers, base hit up the middle. That should score the run. Here comes the throw from Catfish, and it's not in time and offline. Phoenix takes the lead 3-2. So another big batter to get here. Kevin Stoitz with runners on. Grounds out. It's a big batter to get, man. If you hit a 3-run home run right there, 6-2, I think this game's over for OKC. However, LaPierre shuts it down. Next inning, OKC can't get anything done on offense, and we will flip it here to Chris Melendez in the bottom of the 6th. 2-2 pitch, Kevin Dixon, line drive to left field, off the wall. Could score the run here. Throw coming in. Cannon goes to second. Looks like the runner was not even trying, so he stops at third, was trying to get the runner at second there. Dixon being a little aggressive. Next batter up is Han Berger. He delivers a big shot deep to left, and Ruth is looking up. He can't even get to it. He gives up on it. It's a 3-run jack for Han Berger, his first of the postseason. He's been looking for that one. Get the monkey off his back. They played in the wild card. They played in the divisional round. He still has yet to hit the bomb. Up until that point, OKC gets the lead back. So now we're going to jump ahead here, guys. Mike Traynor in the bottom of the 7th inning. Braden Leroy draws a walk. That's going to send up you-know-who, Han Berger. So they'll make another pitching change. Willie Lamar comes out with Karev and Leroy on base. Kevin Dixon draws the walk, and here's what I'm talking about. Han Berger steps up. So maybe you might think that something's going to happen because I gave it away, and there it is. So base hit for Berger up the middle, 6-3. Make it 7-3. It's a 2 RBI single for Berger. And in the bottom of the 7th inning, you think that this game is all but over, right? Well, bases juiced now. Cozart with the knock. They need one more run, don't they? Don't they? Ken Jordan draws a walk. It is 8-3, everybody. 5-run deficit for the Firebirds. And they finally get it out. Whew. DeAndre Clayton put a charge into that. That could have been really, really bad. So 8-3 game. Stoitz, yet again, will not be denied a home run in gameplay. He just won't. He did it in game 1. Couple strikeouts. Game 2, he was doing it here yet again. Got one to hit. Sent it over the fence. So it's 8-4. Top 9th. Chuck Storm, full count pitch. Deep drive to left center field. That ball is gone. So, hey, Phoenix is not dead yet. They're rising from the ashes. But they got 2 more runs to go get. That helps. The Stoitz solo shot, the Chuck Storm 2-run homer, it helps. But now you got to face Brian David, who is 5 of 5. He's perfect in save opportunities so far in the postseason. He's going to get Avalos to fly out here on a 1-2. That's now 2 outs with 2 runs to get. I think it's all but over, don't you? Marty Dennison having himself a really tough ball game here tonight. Put a good swing on it, but Urker is there. He's got enough speed to track it down. And OKC gets the win. This is nuts. OKC was on the verge of getting eliminated from postseason contention. They sneak in. They find a way to sneak in. And now they're up on their rival 3-1 in the ALCS. The Cyclones are 1 game away from the Gold Series. This is like the same formula as another AL West team who ended up winning it all in the Colorado Coyotes. So I think it's pretty safe to say, and it might be late to say this, but Oklahoma City has hit their stride. I don't think that Phoenix is going to beat them. I can't see it. Their offense is still legit with Karev, Leroy, Berger. Catfish is starting to come around. Urker's a good leadoff guy. Kind of getting lost in the shuffle. DeAndre Clayton is one dude in there at the lower of the order that he's really good. Then you got the pitching staff. Like Carson Silva has just been amazing. He never really did this down in the minor leagues, but now that they called him up and he's just been lights out at the big level. So you find an X factor like that in your pitching staff and surround him with the other guys that they have. They're actually a legitimate team. They might have had a struggling a run there in the regular season, but they've really figured it out here in the postseason, and they're dangerous. So just ask Phoenix how dangerous that they are. Phoenix, I feel like, is the better team, but here we are yet again, right? Phoenix is down by 2 games, 3 games to 1. They are on the verge of getting eliminated in live stream format here on Saturday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time. So that's when I'll see you guys next to see if we can finalize these championship series games and see who is going to advance to the Gold Series here for Season 4. It could, like I said, bleed into Sunday night as well, which I'm thinking would go live 9 o'clock as well. But just kind of depends on how long that these series go. If we go to 7 games for both of them, I just can't see us sitting there for 4 hours on Saturday night, trying to determine this. So if it gets too long, we'll break it up. We'll go live on Sunday as well. But my hope is that we just finish it on Saturday. So no, I'm not rooting for OKC. I actually kind of wanted Phoenix to win this. And of course I'm rooting for Richmond. But for sake of time and for sake of speed and getting through this Season 4, I'm kind of hoping on Saturday night that Richmond and OKC win. Just so that we can get to the Gold Series here for Season 4 and move on to Season 5, right? Get into the off season, move on to Season 5, and go from there. So one last thing, guys. I do want to get your thoughts on a format for the Gold Series. Do you want to see this live streamed in full? Like do Game 1 all the way to Game 7, all live streamed up? That would take a while. You'd probably have to do that in like 3 different streams, depending on how long it goes. We could do 4 games and, OKC sweeps Richmond or something. Could happen. So the only downside of doing a stream for the entire Gold Series is just going to take a while. And then you got to find time to stream it too. So that's up for vote. I'd love to know your thoughts there. Post it in the Discord, post it in the comment section here. Let me know. Or do you want to stick with the same format that we have? Me personally, I kind of want to stick with the same format, but I'm open to the idea of streaming it. And the format would be as follows if we wanted to stick with the way we're doing it. So we play Game 1. This would all be highlight reel form. Play Game 1, sim Game 2. Any tiebreakers, 1-1, 2-2, those would have to be simmed to follow that same format. But if it's a 2-1 series, we play that. We don't sim that. We play that one. And then whenever a team is facing elimination, whether that's 3-0, 3-1, 3-2, we would play that game because we got to see the celebration at the end for who wins it, right? So that's what I need to know from you guys. What do you prefer here for the Gold Series? We're not quite there yet, but we're close. And I kind of want to get an idea before I commit to anything, right? So let me know. And I will see you guys tomorrow night for the next video here. Stream format for the ALCS and the NLCS will determine who's going to go to the Gold Series, hopefully in that stream. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you in the next one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.